Check, hey, 1, 2. Going to get started here in just a moment. Updating all the things. So this evening we're going to continue working on the track we're working on yesterday, some redo tracks for a film. I got pretty far, worked some more after stream last night, got a little more done. We want to kind of refine that, add some ear candy, hits, risers, crashes, things like that. And yeah, just kind of make it work. Pretty simple, it's pretty basic, it doesn't change much. It's meant to be very similar to the temp track that was given for the film, and so we're just trying to nail that vibe as close as possible without just ripping them off completely. Yeah, this is what we got. Grab a battery so we can get some cymbals, some risers. We could really pull these from pretty much anywhere, but I know where to go here pretty quick to get them. At least ones that'll work for the moment. Something like that'll work. Just like that. Simple enough. Turn that up a little bit. And then why not throw a crash? Go to hot. Take it down. Oh, way too low. Pull up a instance of an external synth to work with. I think it's on 16. Here. Yeah, there it is. let's just pull into this basic chord structure we got here and just drop it on this synth. Oop. And now we have to load this whole library. That's okay. That's pretty quick. Drop this here, mute it, and then we can just kind of work with. Take the delay off for a minute. Take where we're going. Yeah, there we go. Check. Yeah, there we go. Let's take the lows off. Anytime you just throw a bunch of reverb on the low end, it just gets super ugly. I can dig that for an alternate part. See what it does. Sounds like an octave up. I don't like it. What I want to do is probably take all of these middle third and just move it up an octave. Gets in the right tempo. I just bounce it down just to have it. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but at least we will have it nonetheless. Let me XD return. Arm that. Turn it up a little bit. It's probably going to be way hotter than it should be because I've got to get some gain, but it'll be okay. Stop. Rid of that. And then we can we're gonna keep that there for a second actually for testing. And we'll just slide this guy off like here maybe because we actually do need something for this little break. And that might be kind of what we should be targeting it as, but who knows, it may work. Okay. Just see what that actually sounds like over there. Yeah, actually kind of dig it. And we need something kind of plucky. that's not what I'm looking for. Something just simple like that. So let's duplicate this return. On my face. All right, and crank the volume a bit. It's gonna be a little louder than it should be. Probably automate it to cut off the filter. High pass. Okay. We could have done it in real time, but yeah. Save that work for later. It's so loud. Whatever's happening here has got to go. I'm gonna do this the quick way. No, I shouldn't do it this way. I gotta change that. I don't like that little bonk. It's not good. But I need it for the moment until I can figure out how to change it. I still don't even want that. I'll have to get that rid of that. Not important for the moment. Okay. Let me get an idea where we're at. to keep that or not. I think I want to shorten it. I kind of need that beginning, so change it. I forgot. I was like, why can I not find this synth? And I actually recorded it with the guitar, with Neural DSP Rebea, having that synth patch in there is just, or the synth module is just awesome. So yeah, that was recorded with guitar. We take this here and maybe swap it out. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I realized that's got to come in on the second half, I think. And that's got to be highly automated, so static. And I'm going to do that. If not, I'm not going to be able to tell if it's worth keeping around or not. There. Automation on. And then we're going to cut off frequency. Probably start pretty low. And just kind of draw it in randomly. It's already kind of cut off anyway based off the filter that I had on the synth, but I think we do better. Yeah, see, it's even already better a little bit. Maybe pick up a little bit. The thing is like the way this track is going to be being used, if I were writing this track just for like to put out on Spotify or whatever, I would really focus on this breakdown and make it longer probably and do some variations of everything. But the scene, it's going to be in a scene that's got to be pretty constant. You don't want a whole lot of change in the scene to take away from the dialogue that's going on. So that's why there's not really any chord changes. It's just basically a set of 4 chords that plays out over like 3 minutes. So I have a few other alternative options here of chord sets that I came up with that may be used, but I don't think it's gonna matter, because like the more we change it, the more it's gonna take away from what's on screen, and it's not gonna make a whole lot of sense. I mean, gosh, sometimes EDM uses like 1 chord for the entire track. Not that it really matters. So I think record some live percussion. Sometimes with these, just all in the box tracks. They feel kind of static and everything's quantized. So sometimes getting just some live instruments can give it a nice feel of movement or whatever you're trying to use. Let's see. So we'll do is we'll go to okay, so I'm gonna record some shakers. I'll probably do a couple of options and maybe pan them and just see what works. Gonna need actually, let me do this over the beat. It's gonna be a little easier. It's kind of throwing me off. I've got audio monitoring from Logic and from OBS in the stream, so getting stuff on time can be kind of challenging when it's over a mic. Actually, it's not too bad. And I'm okay if it's a little bit off. Let's go. Let's mute that. And do a variation of like a different shaker. Take the first half. Get rid of that. Take the first half of this. Do that, and then let's try hard penning it first, and it might need to dial it back some. Too hot. These gotta be so low in the mix. Take them just not hard pan it all the way. What it can do to, I'll always just low pass everything. Probably even boost up there. Do the same. Copy those over. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna do a tambourine. I'm okay with that so far. Needs a little bit of work, but so where would we bring that in at? Then we can kind of drop it in and out as we need to. I think once it kicks up here, yeah, just gives it a little bit of organic movement. Which we already kind of have in some of the hi-hats. We actually have two different hi-hats happening, but sometimes just having that extra helps. back over here. I think I actually removed this because it's just it's like honestly too much variation for what we need. Uh, if I was writing this for something else, I'd probably leave this, but honestly, I'm thinking it probably needs to go. Not what I'm. Oh, it was this guitar. Yeah, you got to keep the guitar. Too dissonant. Just kind of throwing stuff at the wall right now. Do some like 90s rap. That's what we could do. It's actually great. This is a patch I made for a commercial I did like 3 or 4 years ago. That was exactly what I needed. Sometimes it just takes some fiddling to find it. Yeah, I had like a corporate commercial or something years ago, and I made all these little bell soft whimsical harps, and that was one of them. Glad I was able to use it again. Got two counter arps in a way. I dig it. Then we're going to duplicate this track and record this in to make this louder than it should be. Put that in. It gets like delayed with the stream. It just wants to keep going. So it's really a different chord set for that, but it's kind of cool as a counter. For some reason, that patch I made was like crazy quiet. I had this thing like dimed out. It's the most quiet patch ever. Oh, there's also a filter on it too. You know, it's got like a bit of noise on it, like because I had to push up all of the gain. So I'm going to dial this back a little bit and see if I can make it sound better. Should be able to. I don't know why that did that. Volume. Here, there we go. Like such a quiet patch. That's crazy. I don't know why it's that quiet. Everything's gained out. Yeah, try to make it work. There we go. And now I'll just drop on it. Yeah. Actually, probably doubling that. Reason here. There's been a bug in Logic lately where like just randomly track won't output, and then you have to put on a new track in and it'll work fine. Hey, like makes zero sense. If you're someone has knowledge to what that is, let me know. I haven't updated Logic in a long time though because I'm still running on like a legacy Mac for lack of better words, because everything else works. If I upgraded, it would be kind of a nightmare. Just delaying the inevitable. Let's grab some risers. There's quite a few places we can get these, but what we want is going to be different. I'm going to drag some options in here. I have no idea what these are going to sound like, but we'll just throw away everything we don't use. That's a little aggressive. So was that. We need some kind of chill. Actually, mic could work. Adjusting. I like to use rise and hit when I can because I can control everything so well with being able to attenuate how many bars you want just very easily. Here. Maybe. It's a little bit of work. It needs to go down way in the mix. I think the tail is bothering me. So if I was going to do something, I'd probably mute those. Yeah, that's already better. And just to see what else we have. If no, just like get rid of that immediately. Way too aggressive. ARP is coming in way too fast and it needs to be automated too. Let's do that. And then I'm not going to forget what I'm doing here. I'm scatterbrained. We want to let it start low. Right there. Filter in. That. Once you do this a few times, you'll kind of start know visually how you want how the curves or the graph should look with automation. See, that's a little too much. Too aggressive for me. And that's not really going into that alternate part for this. I just kind of have this chord dropped in there. Probably going to move those down. And then what I would suspect what we would do is go back into like the full quote unquote chorus, elevated to the next level, layered with maybe some more like mid-level synths and thing like that, just to get a little bite to climax it and wrap it up. Something like this section. I haven't labeled any of this. It's just been kind of freestyling all time. I would have to back here and then possibly unmute that section. Yeah, bring those vocals back in, layer it with the guitar, all the synths, and it might work. Something got out there I wanted to keep. Let's just and/or that. We're gonna chop this even more. We're gonna let out too much. Oh, I did that so wrong. That should be it. Oh, I don't know what that was about. There we go. Guitar picks everywhere. We're getting close. Long riser in. Yeah, let's I wonder if I can just do one manually and see if we can make a good riser. If not, we'll find one too. But let's give it a shot. Maybe. Sometimes I'll just do risers manually with my voice, my mouth, whatever it takes sometimes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I need to do a little editing every now and then. See, we want this to be like 8 bars if I had to guess. Right there. Way too loud, first of all. Let's give it some verb. Vocal clear plate, maybe. Up the wet. Cut the lows. Already better. Let's send it to a vocal delay long. Let's send it to a delay short so it gives a little bit of ping pong. Let's drop like altar boy on there. Maybe a 5th. Way more down in the mix. Almost there. Right on. All right, so let's give it another listen through, see if there's any major gaps we just need to go ahead and fill in. I need to take those shakers and save them one more time for the last climax, if I had to guess, to build up some more. Every part of me wants to come through here and like add another synth, play some more guitar, but it just won't. It'll be too much for what it's asking for the scene, and then I'll have to go back and redo it again. That's what I did the first time. I made a track that I personally liked. It was more than that was needed, but sometimes you just have to scale it back. This guitar to kind of spread some more. There's a few ways to do this. I like using this kind of obscure plugin. I think it's free too. Anything over 50% gets a little weird. More comfortable. I'm not sure how I'm going to end that just yet. maybe just with a reverb tail, and I probably won't use the same riser, but maybe a riser to like kind of a subtle reverb tail out. Oh wow, that riser was way early. So the riser edit is good. I don't think this is going to be the riser though I would choose, but for now, why not? A lot of times I'll just put things like the idea of what I want in place, rough it in, and then as things are coming together, it gives you a way to kind of feel where it's going, and then you can always change it to make it better. People have to have a perfect person, and I'm just not that. I would never get anything done if I had to have it perfect originally every time. See, that's the same thing too close, and even just it's kind of annoying me. I know what we need though. We probably just need some kind of a long cymbal riser, similar to what we have over here, but I don't even think this is gonna be the one because I need one that's like 8 bars, and this one's probably 4 if I had to guess. But it's worth trying. We don't need the crash. We don't need my laser on there. But we can see what else we have just in this little template. Can we stretch this? I'm not even sure. I don't use this all the time. I can stretch it in the DAW if I need to. Ugh, that's too much. Yeah, something like that. There's a pop here that's driving me crazy, and I'm sure it's probably this guitar if I had to guess. Maybe it could be one of these synths. So what we'll do is we'll need all these quickly. Like, I'm okay with that. Because even for the context of this, you always have to kind of keep in the back of your mind, this is going to be used for a film scene. It's a party. It's very low in the mix. Most of this detail you won't even hear. It's going to be high passed to make space for the dialogue. So some of this is kind of a moot point. If I ever wanted to do anything with this track later, yeah, we would change it, but it's not going to be my track. It's for the film. So really getting it into all this like really cool detail is not that important. Even down to like how the ending's going to be, because you probably won't even hear the ending. It'll probably loop somehow back over on itself just to fit the need of the scene. I'm doing the re-recording mix on this film too, so I know how it's going to be. And that's a pretty solid way to end it anyway. So let's run it back one more time and call it an evening for the stream. To be a little lower. looking back this, I probably fade this even more in this ARP. Yeah, even listen to that back. I'm gonna go put in like I think the tambourine would be viable or something, beefing up the snare, whether it be with a clap or something. I think it's gonna work for this last bit just to kind of elevate that part of it. Anyways, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around, and